Hey, what's up? It's Kev, Mobile AC. I am dealing with a comeback, and for those of you who don't know what a comeback is, it's when you do a repair and it comes back because it doesn't work again. So, upon inspection of this semi truck, I had put a bunch of parts in it, and when I delivered it and got the call, I went and checked it out and found the crimps leaking on the discharge hose from the compressor to the condenser, which is really no surprise, but when I was doing the repair, it didn't seem like there was much of an issue there at all. So it's inevitable, I guess. So what I'm going to perform is a new line install with new crimps, and I'm going to just kind of demonstrate that process. So the first part of this whole thing is I had to cut these compression fittings off of the lines, so I just made an incision. And then I used some side cutters and removed those. Those were rather difficult because of the age of this thing, so I didn't want to show that part, but no big deal there. So here is the discharge end, here's the high side pressure switch. So I had a lot of bubbles at the bottom and at the top of this crimp. So this hose is pretty old. I'm going to install so just for your reference, the inside diameter is the same, but the outside diameter is different. So this is a reduced barrier, this is a standard hose. So I've already cut my hose to length. I've got my little shells ready to rock and roll. I've got my crimper installed. We'll basically just crank that down with a socket and ratchet. So we'll do the condenser side first, which is this line here. So this attaches like this. So I'm going to slip this hose on with the crimp, and we'll go from there. So crimp first, slip that guy over. Then I'm gonna put my hose in there. I'm not putting any lubricant on these. I'm just gonna install this dry. For now, it doesn't really matter which way I do it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crimp this. I'm gonna kind of softly put it in place, and then I'm gonna put my other end on, mark it, and then crimp that end, and then evacuate it or put it into a vacuum and then recharge it. So not too terribly difficult of a process. But we got to do this crimp just right. So all I'm doing is just aligning these little inserts to crush this sleeve onto this hose. So if all goes well, we will have a successful crimp. So I am going to get that kind of approximate, make sure that hose is fully seated. I'm going to pull it back just to make sure. Yep. So I'm going to do it about right there. So softly install that. Here's my pin. Kind of hold that baby in place. Oh hell. Oh hell. There's that. I'll whack it in there good. Get my ratchet and socket combo. This is a 19 socket, and it is. Okay. So, be a little bit hard for you guys to see. You can see it a little bit. I'll show you just before I smash it down what it looks like. So, here it is. Here it is, right there. A little bit hard to see on the iPhone, but we'll smash it down. Hopefully, all goes well. So. I like to go delicate, slow, make sure everything is perfect, right? Work on your craft all the time. From doing the dishes to making your bed, do it to the best of your ability. If you're not, you're wasting everyone's time. So I'm going to push this crimper all the way down until these two ends touch. Then I know I have a successful crimp. So I'm just getting western with this thing. It's really probably not that tight, but she's pretty tight. So probably leave that, pull this through, show you what's going on. So here's the end. Looking pretty good. I like that. That looks nice. That's on there freaking tight. Like I said, I'm gonna softly install that real quick, just to get my alignment correct. I'm just gonna get it approximate. So it's gonna float down there. Let's get our piece, let's get our marker. Bear with me. Got my jumbo marker. So here's our end, here's our other end. So that's gonna go on top of the comp. So I'm just gonna softly put those on. And it looks pretty good. I like that right about there. Okay. Wow, this marker is juicy. Literally, it's just leaking all over my hand. Okay, pull it back out, keep rolling. For those of you who are interested in building your own lines, doing your own AC, kind of like what I do, I charge $1 an inch. This stuff is really pretty expensive. Let's just see how I want to set this up today in the old crimper. So let's take our other end. Two of these deals here. I'm gonna make my mark all the way across. Yeah, it's July in Havre. Of course, it's windy, so I apologize for the turbulence. And I've got allergies, so it's like a double. Oh God, here we go. Double negative. So I'm just gonna line these babies up real quick. Drive it home. So like I said, we'll just softly install that. Softly, gentle. Up just a hair. The other ends, it's kind of hard. You gotta kind of like hold this in a certain spot. I'm gonna back off just a hair. Put in just a little bit. I don't want to do this again, so I'm gonna take my time. There you go, folks. This pin loves to stick. See if I can push it out. I think I can sneak it through the other way. There it is. Custom AC hose. So to conclude all this, You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this, obviously. Can't get this out. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna pull it into a vacuum, fill it up to 2.5 pounds. Here we go. Rock on. Stay cool. Talk to you later. Bye.